a little bit overcast outside. So hopefully that is all good. So I know that everybody has their goals to work on. I have things to do after this. I have people to meet and things to do. So let's get into some reading, because I know that is why everybody likes to come. I'm going to quickly pin myself for the recording. There we go. Okay, so Rich Dad Poor Dad, I have it in Chinese. I think the joke might be getting a little old to everybody who has been many, many times. I know that you don't speak Chinese, so I'm not going to read that one for you. I'm still only learning Chinese, so I wouldn't be capable of reading it just yet, but we're getting there, working on it. The Art of Thinking Clearly is a great book. We're already up to chapter 64. If you've missed any of the chapters, then you can go to my YouTube channel, the Passive Cashflow Club, and you will be able to find the recordings of all of the chapters there. I'm looking forward to getting into it. And then I will tell you a little bit about some exciting things that are going on tonight as well. So chapter 64, How to Expose a Charlatan. It fits perfectly after yesterday's chapter, which was about doing things a little bit too quickly and not thinking about things more deeply. So here we go. The Four Effect. Dear reader, or listener in your case, it may surprise you, but I know you personally. This is how I would sum you up. You have a great need for other people to like and admire you. You have a tendency to be critical of yourself. You have a great deal of unused capacity, which you have not turned to your advantage. While you have some personality weaknesses, you are generally able to compensate for them. Your sexual adjustment has presented problems for you. Disciplined and self-controlled outside, you tend to be worrisome and insecure inside. At times, you have serious doubts as to whether you have made the right decision or done the right thing. You prefer a certain amount of change and variety and become dissatisfied when hemmed in by restrictions and limitations. You pride yourself as an independent thinker and do not accept other statements without satisfactory proof. You have found it unwise to be too frank in revealing yourself to others. At times, you are extroverted, affable, and sociable, while at other times you're introverted, wary, and reserved. Some of your aspirations tend to be pretty unrealistic. Security is one of your major goals in life. Do you recognize yourself? On a scale from 1 poor to 5 excellent, how was that assessment? In 1948, psychologist Bertram Forer crafted this exact passage using astrological columns from various magazines. He then gave it to his students to read, suggesting that each person was getting a personalized assessment. On average, the students rated their characteristics 4.3 out of 5. So they gave Forer an accuracy score of 86%. The experiment was repeated hundreds of times in the decades that followed with virtually identical results. Most likely, you gave the text a 4 or 5 too. I've already seen this many, many times throughout my life, so I didn't even bother scoring it. People tend to identify many of their own traits in such universal descriptions. Science labels this tendency the Forer effect or the Barnum effect. The Forer effect explains why the pseudosciences work so well. Astrology, astrotherapy, study of handwriting, biorhythm analysis, palmistry, tarot card readings, and seances with the dead. What's behind the Forer effect? First, the majority of statements in Forer's passage are so general that they relate to everyone. Sometimes you seriously doubt your actions. Who doesn't? Second, we tend to accept flattering statements that don't apply to us. You are proud of your independent thinking. Obviously, everybody wants to be proud of themselves. I'll sign up for that one. Third, the so-called feature positive effects play a part. The text contains no negative statements. It states only what we are, even though the absence of characteristics is an equally important part of a person's makeup. Fourth, the father of all fallacies, the confirmation bias. We accept whatever corresponds to our self-image and unconsciously filter everything else out. What remains is a coherent portrait. Whatever tricks astrologers and palm readers can turn consultants and analysis to. The stock has significant growth potential, even in a very competitive environment. The company lacks the necessary impetus to fully realize and implement ideas from the development team. Management is made up of experienced industry professionals. However, hints of bureaucratization are noticeable. A look at the profit and loss statement clearly shows that savings can be made. We advise the company to focus even more closely on emerging economies to secure future market share. Sounds about right, no? And it will sound about right for every company. So this is a very important chapter when it comes to, again, thinking for yourself and being in control of your research and your investing and all of those different things. Because a lot of people who do not know what they are doing, or who want to make it seem like they know more than they actually do. And everybody is going to automatically do that because our life is a marketing strategy. If we want food on the table, we need to convince somebody else of something. They then need to keep food on the table and they need to convince other people. We all have to survive and live and earn money and do all of these different things. And to do that, we need to make ourselves look as good as possible. And stock market advisors are going to do the same. Real estate people are going to do the same. It doesn't matter who it is. Everybody has got to create this facade of who they are, this mask that they wear in order to be able to achieve things. If we were completely honest 100% of the time about what we were, how we were, what we were doing, we wouldn't achieve anything in life. So keep that in mind when you are dealing with people. How do you rate the quality of such a guru? For example, an astrologer. Pick 20 people and secretly assign each a number. Have him characterize the people and write his assessments down on cards. To ensure anonymity, participants never find out their numbers. Afterwards, each receives a copy of all the cards. Only when the majority of people identify their description is there real talent at hand. And I, says the writer, am still waiting. So I think I've summed up what I would like to say about this chapter. This is not the only way to expose a charlatan. This is one way of having a look at people who are going to generalize in order to be able to show you that they know something that they might not necessarily know. So hopefully that helps you to be able to figure out who is and who is not just using generalizations in order to be able to convince you that they know something. Okay, let me know how you go with that tomorrow when it comes to investing, though, since we're speaking of that. Tonight, we are running a cash flow event, a passive cash flow event simulator that you can join. So if you are interested to join that one, spooky chapter, with a slight smile, says Mladen. Absolutely. But very true, it is an experiment that has been done many, many times. So yes, tonight we have a cash flow simulator event. Excuse me, didn't drink enough water this morning. And actually, I am going to rectify that because I might cough again otherwise. I have been up for a while and already spoke quite a lot today. And I'm also going to quickly say hello to Andy, who has sent lots of different things on BIGO. But what I wanted to say before I started to drink is that if you would be interested to come and join for a cash flow simulator where you can practice investing in different things without any risk, obviously, since there is no risk when you are playing a game. It's all play money. It's like Monopoly. Then feel free to reach out at Instagram. I am on Instagram, where you will find me as business_team_6_official. I would love to see you there. I would love to just get in touch and get some direct messages from you. I love seeing all the new people that I meet. And you can also check out some of the other things that I'm up to. So I'd love to know what you thought of that chapter. Also, you can watch the replays of the videos. You can see those at the Passive Cash Flow Club. I'm looking forward to seeing you all throughout the day on Instagram, perhaps on YouTube, perhaps, where you can also leave a comment. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Tomorrow we are reading chapter 65. Volunteer work is for the birds. And this one's called The Volunteer's Folly. That one should be a really interesting read. So Sydney time, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Otherwise, maybe I'll see you at Cashflow tonight, where you get some really great practice for investing. On the YouTube channel, if you want to watch any of the other chapters. And on Instagram, business_team_6_official. and we can stay in touch, and you can get to know me, and we can talk about different things, and you can message me directly. Have a great day. Go out and work hard on your goals today, and I will see you all tomorrow. Thanks for joining.